Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Maxim was over the other day, I think it was yesterday, and he was saying he'd been watching a game that had the Blue Jays were playing in, and he says the Blue Jays are doing good. Hey, that's good. Nice when you sort of, your home team, you might say, or your national team is doing good. And if they don't, well, if they had a good time, that's the main thing, right? Well, at least that's what we used to tell our kids when they play games. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you have a good time. Yeah, boy, we put a tremendous amount of emphasis on winning. Yeah, we like to win. You know, I'm that way when I'm on my bike. If there's a car ahead of me, I have this urge that I want to go out and around and pass him, especially if he's only going maybe 1 mile an hour under the speed limit, you know. We are so funny. Human beings are so funny. Okay, we are ready for you-know-who. I have already been out for a ride this morning. Yes, I went to Tim Hortons on Headmaster. Had a coffee. It tasted pretty good first thing in the morning. And I was surprised at how busy it all of a sudden got. When I got in there was one guy in front of me in line, and there's a guy held the door open for me, so consequently, because he held the door open for me, I was ahead of him. I guess the polite thing would have been to say, hey, you go ahead. But I didn't. Turns out he was another biker. Yeah, he was telling me the kind of bike he had, and I forgot how. What do you got?
I got a Kawasaki 1500 Classic.
Oh my.
Yeah, I've had it here a few times.
At 10 o'clock this morning, I've got an important delivery coming, so I don't want to forget that this delivery is coming and jump on my bike and go for a ride. Now, when I came back from my ride this morning, I turned the bike around and I backed it in up on the patio where it's sitting right now. About 5 minutes later, I came in. I thought, you know, I should throw my recycle out because my recycle bin that I have underneath the kitchen table was getting full. And so I took it out. Well, don't you know, I'm seeing little drops of rain all over the place. And I go out and I'm looking all around, and there's blue sky and sunshine. Where did this come from? I had that sort of thing happen, only worse, soon after I got my Rebel last year, a year ago now. A little over a year ago, I guess. And I went to what I call the old neighborhood. And I just nicely get into the old neighborhood, and it starts to rain. And it was raining pretty hard. And I was looking around, which way do I go to get out of this? And I just couldn't tell. Well, fortunately, it was early enough, I guess, in the riding season. I had my rain outfit on to break the wind. And so I didn't get wet, but the road was soaked. And I was pretty worried because I hadn't had that bike all that long, and I wasn't too familiar with it, and it didn't exactly have rain tires on. And anyway, it turned out okay. I just got wet a little bit. That's all. I had to wipe the bike down when I got back. Enough of that. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Enough about bikes. Enough about the weather. We had 2 or 3 very interesting comments about this piece that we're struggling with here. You know, these 3 pieces of photo etch that we got to put together. And one viewer had a good idea, and he was suggesting why not if you're going to solder it. Now, he didn't put it in these words, but this is the idea. If I'm going to solder it, why not do all the solder at the same time? And in other words, he was suggesting what I could do is take and stand the things on edge. Let's say that these were the pieces, and we've got the one main piece, okay, and then we've got to put another piece something like this, and there's going to be another piece that's going to go on the back like this. And he was suggesting, why don't you try and stand them up somehow, and you know, and like that, and then you can solder all three pieces together. At the same time. So I'm going to just experiment with that and see, is it possible? Oh, I'm losing a little piece here. I wonder what that is. A lot of little tiny pieces here. Where did they come out of? I guess right there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to give that a try and see if it'll work. If not, then we're going to do the CA thing. Experienced modelers like the military modeler Paul, he was saying something about CA glue, and I was thinking CA glue, but I want to give this standing up on edge the idea a try. I would have to probably balance everything somehow with holder downers. It would be an extremely precarious thing. The more I think about it, the more I think it's probably not going to work too good. Because I'm just a little bit too clumsy, that's why. The idea is good. Yeah, I hope that this particular module is not going to be one of those things that's going to take weeks and weeks and weeks to get through. Okay, we are ready for Missy. We have talked about the weather. Oh my, it's 25.2 Celsius already inside here. This one says 25.5. Well, that's because it's closer to me. I'm throwing off a lot of heat. Okay, I'm going to have to get my windows open here and start cooling it down because I got a feeling it's going to be a really nice warm day. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. We saw you coming this time. We saw you coming. Okay. So I'm expecting at any minute, actually, courier's supposed to come by with that special medication. Oh. Be interesting to see what that's going to be all about.
Who's delivering it?
Pure later, I believe.
Ah.
Okay, come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So I'm supposed to take one a day, they say. That tastes good, Missy? Huh? That tastes good? Okay, come and get the last one.
So you're out for a ride this morning?
Yeah, I went to Tim Hortons.
Which one?
The one on Headmaster.
Right.
Yeah.
How was the traffic?
Traffic wasn't too bad, but soon after I got there, it got really crowded. The people, walk-ins, and drive-through was going steady. I guess I got there just in the nick of time. Well, thank you, Missy. Thank you for coming. Okay.
You're the best, Uncle Ron.
We'll see you later.
So, 28 today and then 3 days of 30 degrees.
Oh, wow. 30 degrees.
Hot, hot, hot. There's a friend of mine in Mexico used to say, I'd be heading home, and she said, summer will be here soon, then it's hot, hot, hot.
Hi, Missy. I got the ear flap. We'll see ya. Yeah, my delivery should be here any minute. Any minute. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, now, when Missy came by, I was in the process of getting my ultrasonic cleaner here. I think I'm going to just use warm soapy water. I could use Windex as well, but I think warm soapy water will be good enough. And we'll get any grease off of these things. And then it might be a good idea to maybe just sort of temporarily position them where they're supposed to go on here. Yeah, once again, I'm trying to make up my mind while the record button is pressed, and that's not always a good idea, is it? Okay, let's go get our hot soapy water and get our ultrasonic going. No, those small ones might actually end up going right through on me. Where is the other small one? I think it already went through. Well, no, here it is. Just about ready to go through, though. Okay, I don't know if they're going to stay in the center there or not. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Can you see that? Too many bubbles. Oh yeah, they're going to stay there. I think they're agitating automatically enough. I don't need to worry about having to turn them over. Okay, things have not gone well here the last 3-4 hours. And that is the important delivery that I was expecting has not yet arrived. I've been on the phone trying to find out what was going on because I was told be available at 10 o'clock. Now, anyway, enough about that. I was thinking about this part here, and how to glue it all together and so on. And I was wondering, how would it be? Now, we know where it's going to go now. It's going to go right here. Well, how would it be if a person was to glue this piece on using CA and get it there, and then lean the other two pieces up against it and glue them on individually afterwards? In other words, completely assemble this thing and maybe paint it as well. I would like to have it a different color, if possible. And the plastic parts that we are going to be mounting, there's 1, 2, 3. I believe there's four pieces have to get put onto this, and they could be put on now. It'd be nice if they were a different color from this photo etch, and the photo etch is a different color from this, if possible. And if not, well, that's the way it goes. And then assemble everything, later. At least I think that would actually work. Yes, it would be better if I could have the whole thing all assembled before I tried to glue it down here. But at least that way, I would get the angle just right from the top of, say, this one right here. I don't know if you can see that, to where it mounts on to where the legs have to go. I mean, it'd be a lot easier, I think. On the other hand, it could be that this piece here, when we try to originally glue it on, the first piece, it might keep breaking off on me because there only is those spindly little legs holding it on. Now, in all likelihood, the glue is going to smother that whole area underneath there anyway. I don't know. I just don't know. But what I do know is I think I'm going to wrap this episode up for today, and it's I've got to deal with this delivery that I'm expecting. Well, what this delivery is that very expensive, I guess, special heart medication that I'm supposed to be getting, and so I don't want to get that screwed up. Because I'm not home or something like that. So I gotta get myself a little bit organized here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wrap her up for today, folks. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.